Hello everybody, welcome to IndyILR Racing for round 4 of Season 5 here at the Spanish Grand Prix. It is ILR7 and it is the start of Race Week 4, so welcome to everybody. And hope you're all looking forward to another week of racing. And I think I got it for ILR6 this time, so successful. Unless of course it hasn't worked, in which case, and I haven't, but we'll wait and see. Because as you all know, I'm still in a bit of a battle trying to make sure I win on views every week. Don't know if I'm winning or not though. Anyway, welcome to everyone, and yes, get this out of the way quickly. Gonna call him Knighton this week, gonna call him his proper name. I believe it's his birthday today, so will he get his birthday wish? Will he get a victory today? He's got 2 out of the first 3 races, Pete, and he's looking to make it 3 out of 4. He crashed out in Bahrain last week, and if I'm honest, he was looking good to win that race as well. So it has to be said, he could still end up running away with his title, but let's not get too worried just yet, because as I said, it is only round 4, and we'll see what he does. But you know, I think everyone will be happy to see the birthday boy win today. So we'll see how it all goes for him. Now, the tyre strategy is probably going to be softs to mediums today, or mediums to soft, whatever people decide, really. But yeah, there's been no real surprises today on strategy. And we'll follow Pete out for his install lap, I guess, because we're not going to see any proper laps, I don't think, till the end. We've got Alfie in the chat. It's been a while since I've seen you in a chat on one of my streams. Hello, nice to see you. Good to know you're not missing or something. But yeah. Welcome to the stream. We've got Corey in here as well. Nice to see you, and we've got others, I'm sure. So do feel free to be active in the chat. Got a long race ahead of us, 33 laps, so I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about. But yeah, for now, while they're all out in qualifying laps, I'm going to go and get some championship standings, let you know the state of play so far. Like I said, once again, we've had 3 rounds so far. We aren't doing Baku here because, let's be honest here, we don't want Demolition Derby. I think you can all understand that. So it just makes all the sense in the world to not kill everybody, because that'd be a bit mean. Also, just remember, follow the ILR Twitter. If you aren't following the ILR Twitter, make sure you follow it. Only 25 followers away from what 2,000 now, which is pretty impressive. So make sure you are following. As Alex retires from the session. We saw Moonshot retire before. I think he had a quali ban. I think I caught his 15 seconds of fame last week when he smashed it into a wall on purpose. So, yeah, as you can imagine, Jack wasn't too happy about that. But yes, he's going to get his punishment. Hopefully we don't see any more silly accidents like that today. And once again, we've got a full grid, which is great to see. It's good to know that we've got, you know, full-time drivers and reserves here today, all willing to race and have a good time. And not Fernando retires as well. We've got Shells trying to find room by actually stopping on track. Now, this could be a potential full-on flyer. Some people may try super soft laps and go for the one stop that way. I think that is possible on a wheel, definitely, if you're good enough on it. But yeah, we'll see what people do. You don't really know until we actually get to see what's going on. And that's where not Fernando ended up on the exit of the final corner then. So he is out of qualifying and will start almost certainly last. Now let's go through the championship standings at the moment. I think on the that's good. On the ILR website the points have been updated, but the positions I believe are still the same. I don't know. Sorry, I have been updated. Taking a while to update. Apologies for that. Yeah, got there in the end. Might have updated. Panic over. There's a Haas off the track there. Hopefully it doesn't get in anyone's way. And that'll be the end of the lap there. I think it's a broken wing there as well. So I was looking down, so I've no idea what happened. But I've assumed he's crashed, which is a shame. And that's on a soft, so maybe he'll be forced to do a lap on supers now. But anyway, yeah, I've sacrificed enough for this lemon challenges down. Let me give you them now. So, Pete is top from Kyle, Voss, Alex, Khalifa, Basement, Bill, Baza, Murdoch and Whiteout. They are your top 10. Now I'm going to look back on the stream and see what on earth I just missed there. With Shabs. Let's see. Ah, he lost if he turned 3. There you go. So, yeah, apologies for that. Well, at least you saw it. Anyway, right, let's go find someone who's actually on a lap then. I think we've seen people on 8 laps. There's Murdoch on the lap. Now I think only Jack is on a lap, so we'll follow him around the track at the moment. Currently P17. Yet to set a time. 14 people have got times on the board at the moment. Obviously we've got Alex, who won't be able to do another time, unfortunately. I don't quite know what happened to him. Maybe he fancied not starting on a softer tyre. I don't know, maybe he crashed it or something. But yeah, hopefully we see him come through the field anyway. But yes. Now, will Jack get any form of slipstream of that car ahead, possibly? He will certainly catch up. He should pass. That's his teammate Baza. And yeah, clearing his teammate there should be no problems. Oh, look at that, up the hill. Now this is one of the most difficult corners. I think that's what, turn 11 to turn 12. When you go up the hill, it's just so easy to lose the car on the curb. And if you do, you're either going to spin off like Gasly did in real life F1 testing, or you're going to, you know, just have to back off the lap. It's rare you get it perfect, I'll be honest. Some people like to lift through there, and yeah, we'll see really what people decide to do, especially on their proper laps. We've got Voss out there, already done a lap on the supers. He's going to go for another one, so he clearly knows the strategy he's doing. As Pete's up there in second now, by the way. And we got 9 viewers. Hi there, nice to see you all. Welcome on to the stream. ILR7, first race of the week. And we are on board with Voss as he heads through the middle sector. Now he's offline there through turn 9, and that's not good because you're sort of, you know, the tighter you're out of that corner, the more speed you're going to take through it, and it's just, yeah, here we want to amend that later on. And you can see how much Voss decides to lift up that hill. He really doesn't want to lose it up there. And that sort of demonstrates the issue. Look, he's a bit wide again. He's missing the apexes quite a bit. Although he did the chicane rather well through the final corner. Should be fully flat now to the line. And he's going to beat his time, although I do feel he's got plenty more in the tank. At the moment, it's a 17.8, the time to beat. Got ILR Raider right there. Let's see as he slides through turn 8 and onto the back straight if he can challenge Voss's time. Of course, everyone on the supers will be really only out there for pole. People on sauce will just be looking top 10, I imagine. Now look at that. It's a, interesting technique. I don't know if he's fully pushing, to be honest, through this third sector now. Trying to see on his dash if he's on a lean or something, or maybe he's just taking it extra cautious just to make sure he gets to the line. But it's not going to be any fastest laps, that's for sure. To the line, he will go 5th, 1.6 seconds off the pace. Now here's Risky Racer starting his lap. By the looks of it, there's Beesman retiring. We saw Murdoch there off to the side of the track in a night lap, getting out of the way. And then Risky Racer himself, he goes wide there. I think we're on regular corner cutting, if I remember correctly, so going wide there isn't going to fully invalidate our lap, which I'm sure he'll be thrilled about. Risky Racer means you can keep going. We've got Crazy Flying Rob and Proper, by the way. They're out on supers. We'll follow their laps soon. But now, also this chicane here, turn 7 and 8. Halfway through that, after you've come through the first little kink at 7, it's very difficult to actually keep, you know, the car in a straight line and not sort of crash. And there's a weird movement there from Proper to get out of the way. I don't really know what he was thinking. There's a car up there too. Is that Reader or is that Kyle? So people are getting out of the way in very creative and interesting manners. It's strange to say the least, if I'm honest. But okay, people are all getting out of the way in strange ways. Now that we saw Reader's car in the background there, he's dead, unfortunately, and out of the session. And Risky Racer has finished his lap, but as you can probably see, I'm following Pro, but I need to check Crazy Flying Rob, though he is ahead, so we'll follow his lap, because you gotta follow the first lap that comes along in the cyber here. So we've already seen 6 people retire from the session here. This gives a bit of an opportunity to the likes of sort of the slower drivers out there to maybe get up the leaderboards a little bit. so we'll see what happens. But through sector 1, turn 3, you can't quite go flat unless you have a lot of front wing on the car, but if you have that, then you're not really going to have a very quick lap, because down the straights you're just going to be painfully slow, quite frankly. So yeah, turn 3 not quite flat. Possibly in race conditions on a higher fuel tank it could be, but we'll see anyway throughout the race what they do. Anyway, all indications I'm getting so far is that this is going to be a dry race, but people qualifying supers could change. I don't know weather forecast, I can't necessarily check it from in here. Hopefully that's something that they will change at some point for next year. And that's Crazy Flying Rob forgetting where the racetrack is and going off to Narnia, then cutting the corner and getting that all a bit wrong there at the start of sector 3. And we've got Jake, and they're asking why so many people have retired. I don't know. Maybe they've been sort of watching you? Sorry, that's awful. But I mean, it's true. It must have been watching you. And yeah. We've always seen yellow flags. Who's it this time? Because we see a yellow flag in this track, it could be genuine. That's the issue. I don't think anyone's in trouble though. Which is good. Jess is out there on a lap, or about to start a lap, I should say. Yellow's just on this final corner somewhere. I don't see any cars, but there's plenty of debris everywhere to go round. And through turn 1, let's see how Jess goes through the lap. We'll see if she goes flat through turn 3. Just sort of depends maybe what line people are taking. And you can see she just has to lift a little bit through there. I mean, I'm sure some people, if they get the line perfect, can go flat through there. I wouldn't advise it, because it will just kill you. Because you'll go off to Narnia, and then next thing you know, you'll be in the wall. Jake trying to defend himself here. I'm thinking more the bottling side of things. That's where you're sort of getting your inspiration from. But yeah. Oh, she's turned in a bit too late there for turn 9. And like I say, we saw this with a couple of other people when they're missing all the apexes. That will slow you down quite a lot on the lap, because especially the turn as crucial really as turn 9. If you get that wrong, you're going to lose a good half a second. And yeah, we saw that there. But I mean, as long as she has a clean lap here, she should jump at least 3 people. And that's the good thing about staying in the session. You know, there'll be some people out there that, like Jess, who maybe aren't expected to be right up there, and these retirements will certainly help her get up there. Let's see, will she get ahead? It's 15th at the moment, so not awful. Now, I've only got 3 minutes left to go in the session, and I have to be honest with you, there's not. I don't really know who's actually going to go for pole here or who's not. I imagine some of the people who were on ultras, or sorry, supers, may actually have decided that they're going to try a lap on soft instead. Now, I think Paul's going to have quite a lot to say about that, don't you think? He sort of looked to me like he was on a flying lap. You can see his ERS usage there. Does he have enough time to get back to the pits, put a new set of tyres on? They'll be useless now. I think we could see Risky Racer in quite a lot of trouble here. The man is currently lining up 2nd on the grid. He won't be able to get a penalty for this race, I don't think. But oh, he's gonna go again. He's only got. Oh, he should have pitted, I think. Although did he have time? He should have been put into quite the. Oh dear. Yeah, Risky Racer is in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say. Risky Racer is trouble. Lenny says, give you 10 minutes and then see you in the comments. Yeah, but then you'll miss the race start, Lenny. You come on. Stupid. Bill has gone fastest, not by much, but it is quicker than a super soft driver, which is encouraging. I think Pete has just done a lap. I think we saw an ILR2 though, that on the middle compound we can actually see. Well, we could see 2 laps. We saw a lot of people on ILR2 trying 2 laps on their set of soft, or sorry, mediums. No, they are softs. I'm getting mixed up with the real life compounds. Can I just call them mediums? It's easier. But I don't think Beat's trying that. If it was on the grass like that, I don't know, really. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to try and guess what he's doing, but I hope he's doing this 2-lap tactic. I'll certainly be trying it later on. Because it worked really well for all the ILR2 guys. Their second lap was consistently quicker. And, yeah, it's interesting. But anyway, we've got 1 minute left in qualifying. No one's on a fresh yet on a lap, but there are certainly people out there. Now, Bill has used all his ERS. He's low on fuel. I reckon he's just going to be in the pits here, quite frankly. And he is. Voss is going to go for pole here. I think we're going to watch the pole lap right now. Through the final corner. Like I say, he seems to have his strategy down. He knows what he's doing. Just has to find just over 300ths of a second, and he's on pole here in Spain. You know, some people will sort of say, oh, this is a glory pole, and he's not going to keep the win, but you never know. You just don't know what his strategy. Maybe he's good with his tyres. We just need to wait and see. And Jake made excuses for Australia, where he was smashed into, to be fair, a few times, but it's Jake, so I'm pretty sure he had magnets at the back of his car. That's why they all crashed into him. But yeah, I'll let him keep defending himself in the comments there, because you'll always be known as a bottle. That's why you're Mick Bottle. Anyway, turn 9. I think Voss is taking it a little easier than he needs to here, because I think he sort of knows that he's on pole, right? I think he knows what he has to gain. He should be more than quick enough on these tyres, you know, to beat someone on the softs. So I imagine he is just taking it nice and slow and making sure he gets the lap and doesn't invalidate or anything like that. But I do see Pete and Khalifa are both potentially on laps still. I know Pete might not be, but certainly Khalifa is. And Voss does take back that pole position, but not by much. Let's see Pete at the moment. He's about to run out of deployable ERS. Where's Khalifa in all this? He's coming to the line. And it's P4. So, let's see what Pete does. To the line. He was looking for the front row at least. I don't know if pole's really achievable. And he gets third still in the end. So, Breply board, P3 on the grid. Not disastrous. And I think we're sort of going to see a bit of a 50-50 split again with the tyres. I think we've seen this a few times this season in the various tiers, where people are starting to get more confident on the softer tyres compared to last season, just simply due to the fact that tyre temperatures, the way they work, they've been changed slightly to make the softest compound a bit more usable. I mean, still on tracks like China and Hockenheim and, you know, two-step tracks, it's useless. But I think here it's fine. So we'll see what happens. We've got Voss, Paul, Flying Rob and Propa in the top 10 on Supers. Although, I must point out again, we did see how Risky Racer was potentially blocking Paul. I don't know if Risky Racer, or sorry, if Paul was on a lap. It has to be said, it looks like he was. And if he was indeed on a lap, then he's going to be in some serious trouble, I think, for the next race anyway. Blocking is, I think, pretty much a qualifying ban. So, we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, is it going to rain, or are you going to be surprised by torrential typhoon weather here at Spain? 96, anyone? The tension's killing me. Oh well. Always hope. So, if anything, it's sunnier than qualifying. Typical F1 weather, that. Rain? What is rain? We love the sun. Ah, well. You can always hope. So we should still have a 20 o'clock grid. Don't think I saw anyone leaving. So, this obviously gives us the best possible chance of some cracking racing. And like I say, first race of the week. We've got obviously all 7 PS4 tiers. Oh well, all numbered ones anyway. We've got ILR Americas as well. But yeah, the first of our 7 PS4 tiers tonight. The next 2 are going to be ILR4 and ILR5. They'll be at 8 o'clock. Just ILR6 is also sort of running at the same time as this one. But obviously you're not watching that because you're watching this. And unless you've got 2 devices, which is just very good, Thank you for giving us money. But yeah, point is, we've got ILR6 and ILR7 going on now. We've got ILR4 and ILR5 later on at 8, and then on Sunday we've got ILR1 at 5, and then ILR2 and 3 at 7, and then we've got the ILR Americas at 10, and then I think Xbox is 7:30 for the 4 tiers. I don't know. You need to ask someone who actually knows that. I haven't actually looked into that. I know I said I would, but I didn't. No, this is very interesting. This is possibly the most mixed up grid I've ever seen in terms of tyres. We've got Raider on softs, Murdoch on super softs, Philip on softs, Bisma on the mediums, Jess on the softs, Alex on mediums, Shabs on supers, Jacko Moonslaw and not Fernando all on the softs as well. So we are going to see a very interesting strategy from these guys outside the top 10. This will get very mixed up, and I don't really know what we're going to see here. Let's quickly just run through the grid very quickly. We've got Voss, Bill, Knighton, Khalifa, Kyle, Risky Racer, Paul, Crazy Flan Roll, Pro, Baza, Raider, Murdoch, Philip, Beastma, Jess, Alex, Shabs, Jack and Vince, and not random. But yeah, wow, strategy. That's gonna be fun. And we've got a very long run down to turn 1. It's nearly as long as Italy, I think, if not longer. Well, it's similar anyway. It is one of the longest. It's like a Bahrain in that respect. Very long run. Except this is a sort of sweeping chicane. So don't expect to see too many turn 1 moves, but you never know. People may get opportunistic. So we will see what they do. But this is it, the first race of the week here in ILR7. It's the Spanish Grand Prix. And we're now waiting on those 5 red lights. We've got Pete leaving, so he's not going to get off the line. He's going to be out of this race already. And we've got some jump starts throughout the field there as well. I think Propa, but it's a brilliant start from Voss. We've already got some front wing flying there. And down towards turn 1, it's going to be Voss from Bill, and then his teammate Khalifa's going to get through. We've got nearly 4 abreast in the background there. Pete is going to fall through the field. How quickly is he going to get back here? He's already down to 4th. We'll see now. He's going to fall right through the field here. Absolute disaster for the Ferrari championship leader. And he's really in some proper trouble now, isn't he? Oh man, I think I may have jinxed him by wishing him happy birthday. Apologies. Although he did say he was drinking earlier, and that's not good. We're going to have a Force India there in the wall. Now, Philip, he hasn't got any damage, but he is in the wall, so that's not gone too well for him. We've got Kyle now to P4. And Shab's passing Peropa. Peropa, I think he was the... must have been the car that had damage there. He must have run into the back of someone, surely, when he jumped at the start. Otherwise, got to pit, so it doesn't really matter. We've got a few people sort of losing it through turn 9. We've got a couple of them in the wall. So it's a bit like turn 12 at Australia there. Jacko and Alex, I think, taking the plunge anyway. And Jacko coming off much worse, it has to be said. But it is Voss who leads this race at the end of lap 1. Propa is now falling through the field. He's taking a little spin up at turn 12, I believe that is. So, yeah, I said in qualifying that would be quite a difficult corner, and it's being proven now. And here comes Bill for the race lead into turn 1. Sauce versus Super Sauce. You'd imagine the Supers have more grip out of turn 2 especially, but they're going to go side by side through turn 3. Voss on the outside, Bill on the inside. Bill taking the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. Surely now Voss can't get back past. And on the inside, Bill will keep that lead. And the Mercedes driver takes the lead very confidently. And crucially, on the longer lasting tyre, he's already taken the lead. Only took him 2 laps. Now, further back, I saw Reader getting past Baza, and indeed he is ahead. He's still got yellow flags in Sector 3, so I don't really know what that's all about. Don't think anyone's in Sector 3, but we've got 4 cars all into the pit lane. And Philip, look how far behind he is. Everyone else is already back out on track, pretty much, apart from maybe Jacko. He is now out on track. So that's a real shame to see sort of 4 guys' races go down the drain already. But we still got Baza and we still got Raider rather close. We gotta wait for these timings to update. I don't think they're updated at all. Well, yeah, well, there's not a minute gap, is there, between Khalifa and Kyle, is there? So, yeah. We'll wait. Hopefully at the end of lap 2 it'll all update itself. But, yeah, Bill now ahead. DRS gets enabled on this lap, and Khalifa is certainly looking at trying to get past Voss already. He may not even need DRS this lap. Look at the closing speed. And he's not going to get through in turn 1, but he's certainly showing Voss that he's there. And he should find his way past soon. And we could well be looking at yet another Mercedes 1-2 this season. We've seen one in the last race, and we're looking very likely already to see one in this race. Of course, that'll be the opposite order to what it was last week, with Bill winning this time as it stands. But let's not get ahead of ourselves too early, because Voss is still there, and he could still have a chance. He will undercut 100% to go into medians, because he sort of has to. That could pay dividends for him later on. Although when he's doing that, he may not be anywhere near the leaders to actually make it work. He's now down to third. Khalifa up to second. Mercedes 1-2. And now we're going to see Kyle. Is he going to go past? He's on the inside. He'll give it a go. Voss has to try and defend it. Side by side for turn 12 is not a good idea. Let's see if they can get through. And we've got Voss onto the grass. There goes the podium now. Kyle up there into third place. But as I said, Mercedes 1-2. Only took them 3 laps to get there. Will they now begin to sprint away, or will Kyle have something to say about that? I must say, it's looking very much like real life F1, isn't it? Oh dear. I mean, we had a Ferrari bottle and everything. It's so realistic. Well done, Cody's. But yeah, we've got Risky Racer. He's got Paul behind him with DRS. Although it looks like he's just used all of his DRS already in the early stages. The Haas driver might not be able to fight this one soon. Now, looks like we've got Pete back in the game, but he is only 14th at the moment. But crucially, he hasn't fallen too far off the back. He's not like he's a pit stop behind points, for example. Like others, we've got yellows, that could well be one of the back markers. Although I'm not seeing anyone making mistakes. Codemasters. So looking at the gaps there, I mean, Kyle, I don't think he'd be close enough for a while to go for a move. Even though he's in DRS, and this is a common problem with this track, even if you are in DRS, the way the track is, you just cannot close. It's really odd. It's nearly impossible. I think we've seen this as well, even back on F1 2017 as well. I remember it was ILR3. And I think I was like 6th in that race. You know, back when I could get consistent good results. But honest to God, the whole field was practically the same pace. Like, no one could catch each other. It was the most boring race you've ever seen. And I feel we're seeing this again here. Now, obviously we had Paul in the pits on those supers. Probably earlier than you would expect. But yeah, must be trying to two-stop her. Let's find out though. Expect to see those yellow tyres, the soft compound. They are going on to his Haas, and we're going to see if he's got any real pace. It's only 4 lap fresher tyres. Then he has to pick with him again later on. So I don't really think this is going to work out for him. But we'll wait and see what happens. Beesman's on the back of Jess, looking to try and get past, and he'll need to get by quickly because he's got Pete closing him down now. All these guys are going to be within DRS. I think there may be a spin there. Not quite. Beesman just about kept it under control. No, I think I remember correctly. Did has Beesman had 3 6th places in a row? I'm not sure. I know he had at least 2. He's quite far away from P6 at the moment, but I'm sure he'd take it if the opportunity was there. Naturally, he gets past Jess, of course, which is looking like a bit of a challenge at the moment. Let's see, down towards turn 10, Jess lets him have the inside line, and Pete, who saw a chance opening up there, suddenly may well get it actually, because Beeson went off the track, took Jess with him, and now Pete is past the Williams and onto the back now of Beesman. So a bit naughty, but fair enough. Beesman is ahead still, so I'm sure he'll take it. There's Crazy Flying Rob into the pits there. And round the final corner, will Pete put himself into what will be the points positions now? And look at the run. I think it's a pretty resounding yes. And he gets past medium shod Toro Rosso with ease into turn 1. Let's see how far he can get up the field. Now we've got a bit of a train starting to build up behind Risky Racer. And this is where the unfortunate ineffectiveness of DRS sort of comes to... Oh, well, I think that was a baller that went flying, not a bit of front wing. So don't worry about that. But, yeah, really odd lack of pace, isn't it, from Risky Racer. It's really odd there, but Reader, yeah, he ran into the back. I think it's just a baller that went flying now. I don't think that was his front wing. I don't see anything missing from it anyway. But yeah, ineffectiveness of DRS. I think we may see this during this race. Although these guys may go for some moves. There is Murdoch trying a very late move, but not really making it stick, and actually getting overtaken in the end by Baza. So that really did not work out for him there. Down to P8. This helps Risky Racer get ahead. He's now 1.5 seconds clear of these guys already. Now let's see, Baza, does he get that run? I think he will do. What a great chicane there was for him. And now down towards turn 1. He may well be miles ahead by the time he gets there. But for now he's pulling to the right hand side. Voss into the pits. And Baza goes up into P5. Rather easy there for him in the end. And yeah, suddenly from looking at pretty sure P5 was going to become P4 before Voss pitted. He's now down to 6th, and Murdoch, he was also looking to be up there. They both actually ended up behind the cars they were trying to pass. So that's not gone too well, unfortunately. Now let's go back down and see where Voss is, if he's in any sort of traffic. He's got Jess ahead of him, but after that, 3.6 seconds to Biesma. So he should dispatch of Jess rather quickly, I would have thought, on the fresher tyres. Not going to be into this DRS zone, I don't think, though. Maybe down towards turn 1. But he does need to get this over rather quickly. Although Jess is pretty slow there through turn 9. Will Voss fancy a dive bomb? He's on the inside. He does go late into turn 10. Jess goes wide. And it's a really easy move there for Voss in the end, who gets clear of the Williams driver, who's struggling a little bit up the hill there. But still in P11. Now, Kyle... That's at the end of a DRS zone, unfortunately. So that's really only how they catch through DRS. So you don't catch too much. You need to really be out of the final corner, sort of 4-5 tenths back to maybe have a go. If he keeps catching like this, he will be there. And how looks like Lenny came back a lot earlier than I thought. Fair enough. But yeah, he's here. He wants a safety car, which is interesting. And yes, Lenny, I have noticed your screen now. Pro for now is left, so bye-bye. But yeah, Kyle is now catching rather consistently. If he can keep cruising like this, he may have a chance at the move. And Baza may have a chance at the move as well. Risky Racer may get away with that one. Oh, he's just driven onto the grass. That's not how you're going to get past, unfortunately. Or stay ahead, I mean, should say. But he's gone wide up the hill. Is that really a very smart move? I think it is in the end of the day, because Risky Racer sort of saw that one coming and backed off. Now, Kyle, I said 5 tenths. It's now 4.5 tenths. So he really should prove me right now and breeze past. Let's see. Down towards turn 1. Khalifa only being caught up at the end of it. I think it's going to lead a pretty late braking move to be said. If Kyle wants to get past, and he's not going to get past. So even at 4.5 tenths, even on an overtake, DRS, you can't catch. So everybody take note. You need to be peaked, really, if you want to overtake anyone. Because it appears no one else can. At the moment, anyway. And yeah, there's Baz ahead of Risky Racer as well. Still there. And yeah, Michael Okanki just saying it was 3 6th places in a row then for Biesma. Biesma now only 2 places off that wonderful P6. I mean, they say consistency is key. Do you reckon we could see him win a championship with all 6th place results? Be an achievement. Call is calling Murdoch the GOAT. I think you got the wrong tier, mate. Anyway, let's go back to Kyle. He's getting prepared for another DRS move. I saw the gap between Bill and Khalifa was 1.5 seconds at the start of the last lap. It's considerably gone up from that now to 2 seconds. And Kyle has a bit of a slide at the last corner, isn't there? There's no way he's going to get through here. And he uses DRS late as well, just for good measure. So yeah, Kyle, maybe one of the longest straights in F1, but you're not going to find your way past here anytime soon. They could rely on the pit lane, I think. Speaking of pit lane, Baza has pitted. Apologies if you hear playing outside. I didn't close my window because it's roasting. So yeah, enjoy an airplane. Remember the lovely times where that was a constant sound, because that was my PlayStation before. Anyway, Baza on to mediums to the end of the race. Let's see how that works out for him. And Beastman's ahead of his teammate. Red flag the race, he says. I want that P6. I love P6. It's the best place he's ever been in his entire life. So, now, Voss has nearly caught up to him. I find that surprise. Oh, Baza spins just out of the pits. This could ruin his strategy, really. In fact, it will ruin his strategy. That's him down from P4 now. He's going to go to who knows where. I saw his yellow flags before, but in Sector 3 I think we're just seeing random yellows there. I don't think anything important is actually happening there. Same with Sector 2. Oh, it's Voss off the track. Now, he's lost his front wing. And, well, his wheels aren't turning yet. He's still moving. That's quite extraordinary. But looks like Pete and Risky Racer are fighting as well. But yeah, Voss, no front wing. And he was 4th before he pitted. So it looks like if you're 4th going to the pits, you're going to die. Pete. I think it's time to say goodbye, my friend, if you want to pit on this lap. Luckily he doesn't, although he is still 4th. Will he let his teammate through to avoid the curse of 4th place into the pits? As Voss goes off the track again, did he? Or, I don't know. I mean, he has no front wing, so I wouldn't be surprised. Gap's now at 1.5 seconds again. Look at the lead. Seeing Reader into the pits now. So, happy days. But yeah, Risky Racer on the back of his teammate, only 3/10 apart. They were fighting a bit on the last lap. Don't really know what for, mind you, because, or what about. Well, obviously got into a position while we're on about. I don't know what they were doing in the fight, because they get switching back and forth, and then I caught back to see it all ended. Hopefully we get to see exactly what these guys have got in store on this lap instead. So, through the chicane, we're seeing Pete certainly sliding about a bit, and his teammate right on him. Here they go. Into turn 10, Risky Racer down the inside he goes, looking behind to Beesner, who may find himself in this battle very soon. As Pete stays ahead of the track, will the game tell him to get that place back? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But Beesner's certainly on this now. But look at this, Voss giving Khalifa the slipstream he needs to stay ahead of Kyle. Just before, I think he would have got ahead without that, you know. So good thinking there from Khalifa. But there's Risky Racer into the pits. Yellows. I think not Fernando was involved or something. Nope. I saw him losing positions. I think Murdoch, the goat, may have had an incident there. Kyle now. I think Kyle has made the move. So he did a rather different position. Oh, for God's sake, camera. But yeah. He didn't keep it. I think it was in turn 4 he made that move, and then we saw Khalifa diving down the inside, and yeah, he's ahead again. So Kyle had a go, but couldn't make it stick. And it looks like Pete is starting to die on those tyres. He's not really having a fun day at all, is he? There is Buzz, I think he's trying to unlap himself. Kyle, still only 2/10 back at the end of the DRS zone, so no cigar there for him. Will we see him just give it up? Will he pit at his lap and just go for the undercut? I think he sort of has to think about that at this point. He's tried, by the looks of it, everything. Let's see though. Will he dart into the pit lane? No, Khalifa goes there first. Kyle decides to stay out. I have a feeling that's just gonna cost him even more, if I'm being honest. Maybe he should have just pitted with him. Is that Voss in the pits again? Did he? I feel he may have hit the wall there, quite frankly, into the pits. Anyway, he's got another speeding penalty. And, apologies. Minchelot is passed on Jess now, as Voss does retire from the race. And yeah, Minchelot up to P6 on the mediums, going long, of course. We'll see what goes on there. Here's Pete into the pits, up in P5. Medium compound for him. Remember, he DC'd before the start of this race, so this whole race has really sort of been compromised for him, to say the least. And look at this in the background. There's Paul and Risky Racer going for it side by side. And in the background we're seeing Murdoch going wide with a broken front wing. But look how far behind Pete is in these two now. And that sort of shows it really all. Now, Khalifa's been overtaken by Biesma out of the pits. That shows how cold these mediums are when you first use them. But that could crucially cost him P2. With Kyle out there enjoying all that free air. I'm sure he would have saw on his screen the position changing hands there between Biesma and Khalifa. And I'm sure he'll be very excited to enter the pit lane as Crazy Flan Rob passes Pete, who's once again on cold mediums. So, Bill into the pits, our race leader. Kyle, P2. Khalifa still stuck behind. And we'll see what happens there. We've got a big battle, by the way, here for P9. I can't really focus on it right now because we are sort of got more important things at hand with the leaders, but certainly after these guys have come out of the pits, we shall watch what's going on there if they don't all, you know, blow up and kill each other in the first place. But anyway, let's see. Khalifa, he was overtaken before, but now he's going to get some great slipstream here, but I don't think it's enough. The undercut has not worked. Kyle is ahead, and Biesma, you've got to say, played a real part in that. Now let's go see this madness is going down here. Pete is still sort of struggling for pace at the moment. Crazy Flying Rob is now sort of starting to pull away from him. But we've still got Baza and Alex lurking behind. I'll be honest, this isn't as close as it was when I first called it. Typical there of my luck. But yeah, still on the inside. Pete decides to go for a bit of a kamikaze move. And, well, Crazy Flying Rob went off the track, so maybe he may have made that stick there, but he didn't quite. Not as close as I remember it being, but we've got to go back to Khalifa. This is where the one lap fresher tyres for Kyle doesn't actually help him because they are cold fresh tyres. So as long as he can stay ahead for this brief attack I feel it's going to be from Khalifa, then he'll be all fine. But Beta of course may still capitalise on us all, so yeah, I wouldn't hold off on this becoming a bit of a chaos zone. Because it could well be just disastrous. But anyway, Risky Racer trying to get past Jess, who goes off again at turn 10. And look at this now. We've got the four cars all extremely close to each other. And we've got Khalifa surely getting past now, looking behind from Biesma. And Kyle, yeah, he just couldn't weather that storm. But he's going to try back up the inside. Not going to work. Mercedes 1-2 once again. And Crazy Flying Rob must be absolutely just wanting to die, looking in his mirrors. He knows that he could be seeing four cars flying past him, or sorry, three cars flying past him in the near future. Look at this. We're gonna have Baza, our first attempt. Let's see. Down towards turn 1. Leaving plenty of room on the outside for Crazy Flying Rob to try and hang it round, but he's not going to. He sort of slows down a bit and holds up Pete. And through turn 3 we're going to see no changes for position, I think we've just seen Pete and Alex both waltzing off the track together. So that's cost Alex really sort of chance of passing actually there. We saw into the pits, by the way, Jess and Murdoch. So that sort of shift these guys up one position anyway, because Jess is ahead of all of them. And we now have to wait and see if Khalifa can stay ahead. We've got sort of similar ERS for these guys. You've got yellow sector 1. This could directly affect the real battle here. I don't know, that's turn 3 isn't it, Murdoch's at. And he shouldn't really affect the leaders, luckily. There's Shell's passing. And here's Bill. Now there's Murdoch up ahead, he's the slower car. So yeah, he's just got out of their way, so there'll be no real issues. Baza is ahead of Paul, but then he's got it all wrong there. Has to let the Haas back through, and it hits him and spins nearly. Good save through the last corner. Sorry about that, I had to go with the mic there for a second, but we still got it all going on down this main straight, as you would expect. Alex decided to abandon that move. He just went diving up the inside and then cut the corner completely. Now, Reader's now, I think, behind. Yeah, he is behind. Well, I don't think it'll be like that for much longer. Pete on the inside. He's gonna try and get past wheel-to-wheel stuff here through turn 4 and into turn 5. It's a good sort of place actually. This is probably one of the best places for a real battle. And this is probably where we saw him and his teammate going so close earlier on in the race. But look at this. Now Paul is the man who's heading this train. And, can I call this a McG train? Because his name is Paul. It's not that bloody hell. It's not that Paul. We've just seen 2 cars off in Narnia there. And a third one joining. I think that was Pete. They're all going for it and they've all forgot how to brake apparently. The effect of a McG train. This is sort of a knockoff McG train, let's call it that. Right, the knockoff McG train. I'm keeping this. Can I copyright that one, Paul? I'm copyrighting that. And there's Paul with the pits. Right, you can have McG-Tree and Mr. McGuinness. And then I'll copy... And I will just trademark the knockoff one. Call it the Chinese McG-Tree. Anyway, it's over now, so we can stop going on about it. And yeah, these guys are now very much separated from each other. So the train is now over. It really is. I mean, this is a great knockoff, I must say. Really, up to the quality of a real product. Anyway, let's see Kyle then. We've got Shabs in the way. That may have held. Oh, missed the corner there, Kyle. He missed the apex by a mile. That's going to cost him. He should have been able to get past there. Khalifa was slowed down a little bit there by Shabs. That should have been where Kyle took advantage. So it is still a Mercedes 1-2. We're now past the halfway point of this Spanish Grand Prix in ILR7. And yeah, Mercedes 1-2 at the moment for the second week in a row. So looks like Pete's dominance, not his fault, mind you, but it looks like his dominance is fading, and fading rather quickly. He won the first 2 races of the season, and in typical Ferrari style, it's all gone completely wrong since then. We saw him bin it by himself in Bahrain, and now we're watching him having DC'd as the lights were on the grid. I mean, the first light came on, straight away he leaves and comes back in 14th place. He's made his way back up to 9th now. But yeah, do you know what? I'm still going to call this a typical Ferrari disaster class. And he's now actually going to try and make his way by Alex. I mean, it is 11 lap fresher tyres. This should be really a piece of cake. Yellows again in sector 3. I wouldn't believe it for a second though. If there's anyone off in sector 3, I will be very surprised. Oh. Okay, well, fair enough. Shabs is off the track. Now, what is actually wrong though? He's broke his front wing, but why didn't he pit before? Interesting. Will he pit this time? Yes. Okay. Maybe he just broke it. But he was slow on the previous lap as well, so I don't really know. Pete up to P7 now. He's made 2 moves in 1 lap. He's showing that championship leader pace. I don't know if he loses the championship lead after this. Let's quickly check the points. Kyle needs that 2nd place. He probably needs to win, actually, to take over the lead of the championship. So it's not going to happen today. Unless Pete dies or something, even then, Kyle would have to get 2nd. So Kyle needs at least 2nd to take over the lead of the championship. And that just doesn't look very likely. The 2 Mercedes boys, they're too low, unfortunately, to catch up. So they're not going to take the lead. Voss is already out of this one, so he's not going to do it. Alex is gone. He's down in 9th, so it's not going to be enough for him now. So yeah, somehow, Pete, that's what happens. You win the first 2 races, and it gives you so much insurance, really. And that's going to really help him. He will stay in the head of this championship as it stands, really, unless there's some really crazy circumstances. And it looks like Paul is ahead of Jess. Biesma speeding in the pits, but we're going to see the alternate strategy go to work now. It is time for some softs. Biesma showed some great pace, to be fair, on them mediums. He was able to fight quite hard. And where is he going to come out? Oh, you'll never guess where he's going to come out. Biesma comes out in P6. Everyone just watches in awe as he comes out in his favourite position. He, of course, will want to kill himself. Seeing that P6 once again on the screen. But he's now not going to catch too much to overhaul that. So let's see if he can make it not 6th. I don't think Paul was too happy with my copyright for the knockoff product. But, I mean, all he said was oi. I'm sure I'll get a earful of rage from him later on for ILR5, which will never end up in a massive accident. Speaking of ILR5, once again, that is going to be at 8 o'clock. That'll be with Jess in the commentary box. And then ILR4, which no one likes, is at 8 with Cliffy in the commentary box. So that's fun. so make sure you're watching that. And once again, make sure you're following the ILR channel on Twitter. You listen to me. You better be following them. We are only about 25 followers away from that big 2,000. So go on, let's do it. Let's get there today. It's a bit ambitious, I know, but you never know. And Pete is struggling a load here, isn't he? So you would expect Beasley to not end up being 6th today. Rejoice! You're in the top 5. There he goes, in the Toro Rosso. And, oh my goodness, he's not. It's not even Pete, it's Risky Racer. Only realising that now. Did I say Pete or did I say Risky Racer? Can't really tell now who I said. Oops. Anyway, no, it was Risky Racer. And he must have been hearing me going on about that P6. Sees bees were going past, thinks, that's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna smash you off instead. So actually, it's not P5. It's P6. And, I mean, he has a 5-second stock go as well. He's gonna finish 6th, isn't he? Because Risky Racer may well be getting into a lot of trouble today. But, that would only really move Beans up 1 place, you'd imagine. So he's gonna be 6th, isn't he, on the penalty, isn't he? Oh dear. Oopsies. Oh well. He tried. And he did try. Very hard. Not his fault. Oops. Alright, what do you think about that in the comments? Did I call that as being Pete originally? I just see Beesman get back past. I mean, it was the right thing to do. But did I call him as Pete or did I call him as Risky Racer? I honestly can't remember. Okay, it's over anyway. It's over. Beesman ahead. Has to make 5 seconds though on Pete. Yes, it is on Pete. Because Risky Racer's got back past again. Yeah. These super eyes are going to cause a bit of... He's put him onto the gravel this time. Risky Racer, have you any idea how bad this looks? And I don't even know who you are. I keep forgetting that you're not Pete. I'm too busy focusing on whether I should call you the right name or not, and now you're causing all sorts of chaos. Beesma is ahead, but they're back up the inside again, goes Risky Racer. But no, Risky Racer, I guarantee, is not going to get any points today. He's going to be in some real trouble, I imagine, for the stuff he's pulling at this point. But, yeah, Pete, he needs to make 5 seconds, Beesma does, to Pete, to stay ahead of him. And to get that coveted P6, he's probably going to get that, isn't he? That's miles off the track. Although I think he is a lap car, so you can understand that the Renault. Car isn't really Captain Khalifa anymore, is he? He's not really there. Yeah, okay, I did call it as Pete. Apologies. I thought that was something wrong with that. Right, apologies, I did call that as Pete then. No, Pete didn't crash into Beesman. Risky Racer did. Multiple times. And there is Pete setting the fastest lap. Go on, birthday boy. Where did he find that from? Good question, actually. Where did he find that from? 10 lap old mediums. Pulling out the fastest laps of the race. He's having a good day. I've just jinxed it. Oops. Oops. He must have been pushing the tyres too much then. Oh, I hope he doesn't see this later on. He won't be dead. I've really sort of jinxed him today, haven't I? Sorry. Oops. Okay, so Pete's in the wall. That's the net result of, I guess, pushing so hard on slightly older tyres. I mean, you can see his ERS, he really was pushing that. But at least you got fastest lap out of it, which you don't get a point for. Beast is not going to finish 6th though, so let's look at the positives. Surely, right, he's not going to be 6th today. And yes, you may have noticed that there is literally nothing happening on track at the moment, so feel free to start talking in the comments. We've got Michael there and OKK in there having a good time. It's nice to see he's enjoying himself. And yeah, certainly a commentator's curse. There's Beastman just to add insult to injury, taking that fastest lap off Pete, so it was completely pointless, Pete. Oh dear. Anyway, we've got 10 laps to go. Philip is on supers. We're looking at seeing a bit of a masterclass here. And by that I mean one move, because he's sort of not chosen to bring any more work. Pete, where's he died at? And is it going to cause a safety car? Yellow flags are being waved. Has he stuck it into the pit wall? He has indeed. Now that's completely blocked the pit lane. And where on earth have you ever seen that? One, nothing for it? That's at least a safety car. And then, yeah, nothing. I'm surprised. That's to say that. I'm surprised. Nothing for that. No safety car game. Are you serious? Yeah, we need these guys to close down. This isn't good. We don't want to see 25-second gap, 10 seconds, 28 bloody seconds. 1 minute and 3 seconds, you know what I mean? Oh. I think Shabs has already been lapped once. He could well get lapped twice at this rate. I'm on the wrong stat. Yeah, my God, we've seen that many people lapped today. We could honestly see everyone up to P9 get lapped. That's a realistic possibility. So unfortunately these guys aren't as close as you'd imagine today, but we have got 3 people in the pit, so they're going to spice this up a little bit. I hope so. I think they'll all stay ahead of Philip, but he will be on the supers, as will Alex. Baz is on the softs. Moonshot is on the softs, he's out in P6. Beesman is now 100% 4th at the moment, so good lad. He's got the 5 seconds gap he needs to risk a race. He almost certainly won't even keep that position anyway. And Philip sets the fastest lap of the race. I think we'll get into the 119s probably by the end of this one. They are going to keep going faster and faster and faster. Michael, safety car is so broken. Propa. The whole game is broken. I think that sort of sums up, doesn't it? Oh dear, you speak the truth in the comment section there. We've got Alfie still in there. Nice to see you. I see you've abandoned the Alfie McMahon account. Just gone. Alfie Jensen only. And we've got Billy in there as well in the chat. Hello everybody. Welcome. Now Beesma, I've just called you to be 4th here. Don't go off. He was on the gravel there. That's not really very good. Oh, these gaps are tragic, aren't they? That's a lapped car. These gaps are tragic. This is a tragedy I'm watching right now on my screen. Someone crash and cause a safety car. Oh dear, I'm in this really awkward position now where I need to try and think of something interesting to say. Comment, save me. Huh. Issue for Vaza here is that he's a bit screwed. He should have really went on supers, really, right? Shouldn't he? Unless maybe maybe unless supers ahead of him and behind him will die before his softs do. Then yeah, I sort of see him falling down to 9th here. So maybe he should have just went to supers. But we'll see what happens. You never know. Alfie, okay. So we got a new phone and he forgot the passwords for his other 19 accounts. So Alfie McMahon is dead. Oh, what a shame. Can we get an F in the chat for Alfie McMahon? That's a real shame. Oh, yellow flag. Something's happened. Jess has went off. Oh dear. And well, I think the 2 Williams. I mean, in fairness, I think that's the first mistake I've seen her make, which is actually put her into the gravel trap. I think she's been very consistent this season. I think being consistent is key, and luckily she hasn't retired from the session, because once again she's come to the season. I think her first ever season of league isn't here, and she's looking just to get experience. I think at this point, and well, you learn from your mistakes. So yeah, mistakes happen, but no, I think that's the first mistake I've seen her make, which actually has cost her a position or anything like that. Going off the track into gravel. So it's something that's happened. Yay! Now back to nothing. Khalifa just caught him on the grass there, nearly having a bit of an accident there. And well, let's go back to Philip, because we've seen lots of lapped cars here. It's hard to sort of tell what's what at the moment, but basically Shabs needs to get out of the way, like now. Although this will give Phillips some DRS, maybe he'll want to hand back a minute. I think he'll probably be thinking that as well. Not Fernando gets a penalty there. And yeah, Phillip will get DRS, so when he gets past Shabs surely down here, then he'll, be okay. But yeah, got 2 seconds between him and Bowser. Will he catch before his tyres die? I don't know. Let's wait and see. We've got 6 laps to figure it out. And Pete says he lost 16 seconds in 3 laps due to being stuck in his pit stop. So yeah. Yeah, Michael's getting optimistic. The gap is not closing at the front. The two Mercedes are showing great pace, and they are simply just matching each other. Nothing you can really do about that. They're having a good race. But yeah. Philip, the issue is with him as well. He's out of ERS, and well, Baz is not looking great on it, but he's got enough to keep going. So yeah. This is the closest battle on track, unfortunately. Like I say, these guys are just a collection of incidents today, hasn't it? I mean, a bit of clumsy driving here and there, DCs, unfortunate incidents, and overall it's all led to a very strung out field. It feels like watching IndyCar. I swear, the IndyCar gaps, like, top few are very close, and you get just massive gaps. Anyway, yeah, trust me, this is a one-off. But I can see why F1 are considering getting rid of this racetrack. That's all I'm going to say. Keep it as a test track. And yeah, I can see why they were wanting rain earlier on. But no, this is like I saw. This is like this in 2017 as well. It's just a real equaliser, this track, because so many people practice on this. It's like Australia almost. You almost practice more on this one. Everyone knows this track off by heart, right? And it leads to people having very similar pace, and that's why you get sort of processional races towards the end like this one. So yeah, but you know, if I'm in a race, I'm going to make it not a procession, so please watch ILR5. I'm very good with my plugs today. I need to think of some more for next week. I should have made a plug with the McG train earlier on, but I didn't. Well, we saw a trademarked. We saw the knockoff McG train earlier, but you can see the real one later on at ILR5. Right? I got that out of the way. Anyway, back to this. So I'm brainstorming ideas in the commentary box. Not the best idea, but yeah. Philip, he hasn't got long left in these tyres. They could easily go bang. I think 9 laps is all they did in Bahrain, was it? I think it was only 9 laps before they went bang, and this track, has to be said, it probably damages the motor, so he is in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, everyone up to 10th there, everyone up to 9th, sorry, is on the lead lap, and after that it is unfortunately lapped. Is Bill close to Shabs, I wonder? I don't remember the last time I saw someone get lapped twice in a race, but we could well see Bill do that. I mean, I just feel like he's dominating. Oh, he is making a real mess of the chicanes there. He's got pretty much every single corner of that last sector wrong, and Khalifa catches. The plot thickens here, and look at this, side by side return free. We've got Baza, and on the outside Philip. Surely those tyres can't last much longer on the Force India, but they're still going. And on the inside, Baza cannot quite get back past, but we are now possibly starting to see these two Mercedes. Oh, balls, missed that early. There's Risky Racer panicking and going off the track there as Moonshot catches on the fresher tyres. Much fresher tyres. But now as Bill just starts to feel the pressure a little bit, could we see the win slip away? Let's quickly check the penalties between the top two. He got no warnings for cutting the whole last sector. Okay. Okay, so none are anywhere near a penalty, so no need to worry about that. But yeah, if Bill keeps making mistakes like that, we could see a last lap showdown. Anyway, here comes Moonshot down towards turn 1 on the inside. And you know what? I think he might well have made the most positions today, as he finishes that move on the outside of turn 2. A beautiful way to finish the move. But I think that might well be, yeah, 14 places. Absolutely stunning drive, it has to be said. What a great job he's done. And here's Baza on Philip. Are those supers starting to die? Very possibly. I'm not expecting to see them go by, honestly, anytime soon. We'll have to wait and see. But I think anytime now, if it hasn't already started... Oh, right, it's only just started the penultimate lap. Yeah, it really does show how far he is ahead, doesn't it? My God. Bill really... I mean, the top three all showing a bit of a masterclass today, aren't they? They're all showing that they have got just stunning pace to be so far ahead. But look at that, Bill keeps getting it wrong. I think I should just keep watching him here. It's making him bot a little bit. I imagine Jake is starting to panic a little bit watching his well, is it his brother? Something like that. I know these two support each other. I'm trying to remember. And there's yellow flags ahead somewhere. What's happened? Not Fernando's been off the track. Oh, that could be a bit of a problem. He's tried to move out of the way there. Philip is now stopped on the track. Philip there in trouble. Broken front wing. Bill, did he get past him without damage? Where's not Fernando? There he is. So he's now into the back of Shabs, who's not going to get out of the way very easily. He's slow on the last corner. It'll give him DRS, but this isn't ideal starting the final lap, is it? And not Fernando just got that completely mixed up there with Philip, who loses that place. Look at that! Is that going to be Risky Racer getting in the way of the leader? Not quite, as they start the final lap. And what that has done now is to see yet another car off the track. There is Jess off the track. Or is that not Fernando again? Didn't pit, okay. Interesting. Bill just sends Risky Racer off the track, and that means he's been lapped now. And Bill wants to get onto the grass. I mean, he's not making this easy for himself, is he? My God. This is mental. Oh, Alfie McMahon is back. Unreal. Alfie McMahon is back, ladies and gentlemen. So ignore your Fs. Where's Jake here? Meant to be supporting Bill here. This is gonna be a bit nerve-wracking. I mean, it's already been nerve-wracking. He's doing everything he possibly can to mess this up, but he's somehow still kept his car pointing in the right direction here as he heads through now around the last few corners. Bill, I think, is gonna get there. Yellow's ahead. Is that a puncture potentially, or is that Shabs having errors? Doesn't really matter. Bill comes through the final corner here. He's gonna take the victory here in Spain. I think Risky Racer wanted to try and get another flying lap in, but couldn't quite get past. Khalifa comes home second with Kyle in third. And we have to wait donkey's years until we get to see Beesman not finish sixth for once. He's nearly 30 seconds ahead of sixth, actually. He's done a pretty good job. What's happening with Philip's tyres then? Are they gonna go or are they gonna stay? At the moment, he is currently 8th. He's got Risky Racer chasing him down. So, well, yeah, Risky Racer did finish the race then. He didn't finish the race then. I thought he was behind when Bill crossed the line. Maybe he just about got there. So he will go for his fastest lap attempt, and he will possibly as well get another position up the field. Let's see. Will Philip get there? I mean, he is cruising, it has to be said. I don't think this strategy's worked. I want to be able to see the mirrors here, so I'm going to turn off telemetry. I want to see both his tyres, see if any of them go on him. This is going to be for P8. I think it's going to happen, you know. I think we're going to see Risky Racer get past. Lock up there. Being forced to the outside. He's going to spin, is he? Not quite. Risky Racer, I think he may just stay ahead. He'll say he was forced to the track, and I am inclined to believe him there as well. I think Risky Racer's done nothing wrong there, but he won't let him through. He went to, but decided against it. So Philip doesn't get that P8, and honestly, he did sort of shove him off the track, didn't he, for Risky Racer? So I don't know, it's possibly 50-50 for that one. But I think, really, he should keep that Risky Racer. Well, if he doesn't get any more penalties, that is, I'm sure he'll be in a bit of trouble with the shoes later on. But we'll find out. But it's another Mercedes 1-2. Dominance in Catalonia, has to be said. They were unstoppable. Kyle gave it a go. He really did on Khalifa, but there was no stopping them. Bill then takes victory in ILR7. I'm not sure, but I think that was his first ever win. And if it was, huge congratulations to him. And huge congratulations to me, level 48. Yes! Get in. Sorry. But, yeah, Bill, great drive to take a victory. And my drive of the day, well, it could really be any of these guys, couldn't it? Let's be honest. I may just have to go with places gained. I mean, Moonshot had a faster lap as well. He had to make the two-stop work. I'm going to give it to Moonshot for driver today. But let's quickly confirm the results if I've got time. Bill, Khalifa, Kyle, Beesman, Moonshot, Alex, Baza, Risky Racer, Philip, oh god, 5 seconds, Paul, Chris Van Roll, Reader, Jess, Murdoch, Jacko, Shabs, not Fernando, Speed, oh Jesus, Mighton, Voss, Proper. I got there. Oh. Oh dear. So, we've got ILR4 and ILR5 coming up in 15 minutes time. And I will see you on Sunday with Paul McGuinness again for ILR2 hopefully. But I'm going to have to end this off now because I've got a date with ILR5 as I said. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed the race. Sorry it was a bit processional towards the end, but we got some action. And yeah, hope you're all back next week. As said, ILR getting close to the magical 2,000 followers mark on Twitter, so please do follow, or if you already follow, tell your friends to follow. If they already follow, tell them to follow, etc. But anyway, yes, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the racing this week, and I will see you on Sunday. But until then, safe travels, and have a nice night.